How do you answer these 749 questions about your small business? I'm holding a book that I wrote and published 4 years ago. Actually published the book myself. I went to a printer friend of mine in Columbus, Ohio, and I said, Jack, I want to publish a book, and here's my thoughts. How can we work together to make that happen? And it was a very interesting process. Actually, I was realizing a dream that I had created for myself 40 years ago. As I started my career as a small business owner in the publishing business, and I'd always wanted to someday publish a book by myself. I didn't know what the subject matter was going to be. I didn't know how I was going to get done, but I just wanted to do it. And so 4 years ago I did it, and I'm very proud of the end result and the many folks who have received some value in their lives by using the book. The structure of the book was pretty simple. I wanted folks to I wanted to create questions, because when you have a question, you have to think about it, think about the answer. Not all the questions and all the 749 questions in the book are necessarily pertinent to you and your small business, or you're starting a small business, but many of them are. And I specifically created the book with white space, so that you could make notes. If that question was important to you, you could make notes based upon something that I said, or something that somebody else said. Or you might say, I need to talk to my CPA, I need to talk to my attorney, I need to talk to my business strategist, my marketing person, my banker, whoever it might be, my technology person. The book is divided into a business strategy, marketing and marketing communications, technology, money matters, and I had a fifth chapter that I did on healthcare. At that time, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I was very much involved and interested in healthcare and what it meant for small business. In fact, I proudly served on the Governor of Ohio's Small Business Advisory Council, and I was asked to join the council because of my expertise in not just healthcare, but marketing. And it was a wonderful experience to sit down and write the book. Matter of fact, I remember it was a summer Monday morning. I had been meeting with a friend of mine, Ann, for about half a dozen Monday mornings, early Monday morning, to kind of kickstart the week. And one of those meetings, Ann said to me, David, you need to go home and write a book. So I literally that day went home and started to organize my thoughts so that I could write a book. I knew that it had to be about small business. I've been a small business owner for, as I said, over 40 years now. And I have lived all of these questions, either for myself or for other folks that I've been interacting with over the years. And interesting enough, from the time I sat down until I actually was able to hold a copy of the book in my hands was 100 days, literally. Obviously a very intense 100 days where I spent all of my available time working on the book. I didn't know when I actually wrote the book what kind of impact it would have. when I first started marketing the book, we marketed it not just to folks who were small business owners, but specifically we were marketing it to grade schools, high schools, and colleges and universities where there were entrepreneurship programs within those educational institutions. We got wonderful feedback from the book. The only real criticism that I got, and I heard it more than once, except for a typo that I had in the book and we missed it, was that they loved the questions, but they wanted my answers to those questions. Interesting thought. How was I going to take the book to the next stage if I was going to provide answers to the questions? And as I started on that journey to provide answers to the questions, that's when we first started doing live streaming on the internet. Little over, well, it'll be 4 years in this coming Thanksgiving weekend. 4 years ago, we started live streaming at a website, and we still do it. We still do it on Sunday mornings. Stickham, STICKAM.com, and we've taken a little different approach from where we started 4 years ago. I'm very happy and honored to say that in those 4 years there have been more than 2 million views of the various broadcasts that we did. Many of them were pertinent to the book. Others, I did a lot of interviewing of folks over the years. But I didn't realize at the time when I created the book, all books have indexes. And typically I will go to an index the very first thing to see if I want to get into the book and read the book, because the index tells you what's going on inside of the book. I developed at that time a keyword index because every question has a keyword in it, or 2 keywords in it, or 3, whatever. And so my index was listing those keywords and then referencing back to the question in the book that handled those particular keywords. Not back to a page, but back to a question number. Today, that is a very, very important concept, because the David's Barter community is built upon social marketing and social network technology that is driven by keywords. We have developed keywords. If you want to see how they have developed, just simply go to Google and Google David's Barter or SmallBizDavid. Make sure you put SmallBizDavid in quotation marks. And you'll see the key words that we have used to develop our new questions over the years and recently. And in fact, each time you log into David's Barter community, you are taken to a community bulletin board. That's where you enter after you've logged in. And on that community bulletin board, daily we post YouTubes that we have done. So we do a YouTube, and we build a YouTube library of not only videos but small business marketing keywords important for you in the growth and development of your business, or important to you to bring people to your landing page in the community. So we've developed probably, well, in the over 200 YouTubes that we have done, there's probably an additional close to 500 keywords. So now we have somewhere between 1,300 and 1,500 keywords. You can find the 749 of them in the book, or go to our community bulletin board and follow those videos, and each video has keywords attached to it. I recommend to you to go to davidsbarter.com, register, become a member of the community, and then go to my own landing page, one of my landing pages. I have many in the community, called SmallBizDavid. So it's davidsbarter.com/SmallBizDavid, and you can download a copy of the book complimentary. It's not about I never thought it was about selling a book. How many books could I sell? In fact, I got back my return on my resource investment for sure. The money that I put into editing, to producing the book, publishing the book, I got it back in sales. But that was never really my intent, to see if I could sell 1 million books. My intent was to get small business information available, very easily available, to folks who are starting a business or to folks who already have a business. The concept of selling books came when I got involved in this project, which I wrote only one chapter in this book, chapter 23. Business Strategies for Explosive Growth in the New Economy, and I was honored to be under the umbrella of my mentor, Brian Tracy, in this book. And in fact, the Quilly Award that you see there was a result of the books that were sold in this particular project. As a side note, I've been invited to go back to the best-selling authors gathering where I got my Quilly Award, the Best-Selling Authors Academy. I've been invited to go back in September, and I made the commitment to go back. I will be going back and be recognized for the books that I have published and have made me a part of a best-selling author process. When I wrote my book, as I said earlier, I was realizing a dream that had started 40 years ago when I got into the publishing business. I didn't publish books early on. I was in the periodical publishing business, and in fact started a new magazine from scratch, from zero, with a business idea that proved itself to be successful. In less than a year, we generated a profit in that business. I didn't enjoy the business experience as such, so I sold whatever assets it was I could sell and took a different direction in my small business life career. But there's a new way to write a book now. If you need to do it and have something that you can touch and feel, that's fine. That's okay. The competition in that world, well, I don't know if it's getting greater or not, but just go to a bookstore or go to a library and see all the choices of books that you have. That's your competition, not just folks in your subject matter, but the fact that people have X amount of money to spend on books. We've created actually a new way to publish a book, and that's through videos. Each one of the videos that I do could represent a chapter in a book. So now my newest book has over 200 chapters in it, and that is the videos that we do on YouTube. Tell Google Plus about it in a very special process, and then download them I lost that page. Actually, our website is we are developing, we're introducing a new layout, if you will, a new format, a new framework. Literally, it's happening as we speak. You can't get to the page right now. And that will be available in the next 24, 48 hours. And we have some exciting news to share with you tomorrow. We'll make the announcement tomorrow, and we'll go into greater detail about it this coming Sunday morning at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, where we do our live streaming video. And you can even do a video chat with me in that particular technology environment at stickham.com. How do we answer these 749 questions about your small business was one of the most exciting things that I have ever done, where I actually had to sit down and discipline myself to produce a book. And it's returned fantastically to us. Our return on resource investment, not just in dollars and cents, which was secondary to how it established what is now, who is now SmallBizDavid. And to that point, I want to be your Google small business information guy. So when you think and you have a question about small business, you can Google SmallBizDavid or davidsbarter, or get into our community, or do a video chat with me on Sunday mornings between 7:30 and 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. Come visit our community. Get involved in our community. We've created a process, a system, a social marketing, social network technology platform that makes the process of starting a business simple and very, very cost efficient.